Once, my business partner decided to help his former classmate who got stuck in life. In his early 30s, he didn't have a career or a job or many useful skills. In fact, all he had been doing for past several years was drinking beer on a daily basis and playing online computer games. So, we hired him into our company as a content manager. Then we sent him to several expensive courses where he could train as an SMM specialist. Moreover, I coached him myself on developing proper attitude towards clients. Dear guests, fellow Toastmasters, you're probably thinking now, guys, you did so good. This is a clear example of a very effective coaching. I bet this guy earned a lot of money and lived happily ever after, right? Nah. To this day, the guy has a drinking problem, doesn't want to work on himself, and remains a very bitter person. Just think about it. We took a guy who didn't believe in himself. We gave him a job. We invested our time, effort, and money into growing him, and in the end, he is not even that much grateful for what we did. I bet you can remember similar examples from your life as well. Maybe you've seen your friends struggling with some aspects of their lives. Career, finances, relationships, the usual life things. Maybe you have given them some unsolicited advice like, you're in this situation because of this and that, but you should do the other thing instead. Again, can you remember the instance when your advice was followed frequently and precisely? I don't think so. Maybe at times you were given an advice yourself, but most likely you completely disregarded it as irrelevant to your situation. So why does it happen? Why do people refuse a perfectly reasonable and sound advice that could improve their lives so much? Reason 1. We actually subconsciously project our own problems onto people. And when we give an advice, this advice is actually directed at us. So that was what my business partner was doing all along. He suggested things that he failed to implement in his life. Reason 2. Even if your advice goes directly at the core of the problem, it has very little value to a person. Why? Because you are spoon-feeding them the idea. For an idea to become valuable, a person must work for it. There must be this moment of realization where they go like, oh my God, that was my problem. I can see it clearly now. Which they most likely will not want to, because, and this is reason 3, most instances of suffering in life are largely self-inflicted, the act of self-sabotage. We are unaware of ourselves when we feel bad and need to process our thoughts. The society tells us, you know what, go have a drink, go to a party, go play a game, watch a movie, go buy yourself a new trinket, you deserve it. But this is the kind of escaping, and escaping never helps. Nothing will ever help, and you will not feel yourself any better until you finally become aware of what's holding you back. So, what to do when you're dying to coach someone? First, do you remember what they say on the flights just before takeoff? In case of cabin depressurization, put on the oxygen mask yourself first and then aid the person next to you. So first thing, put your own life together. I would even dare to say, go coach yourself. Most likely, you already know what's your problem, although admitting it is a bit tricky. And it's even more trickier to fix it. And if you come across a struggling friend, just say, you know, I can help you, but you should be the one who will be willing to change, and you will be doing most of the job. And if they don't want to, then simply leave them be. Because you need to respect people. They have their right. They have their right to learn from their own bad example. Instead, try to focus on those who actually ask for your help actively. But don't just spoon-feed them the ideas, simply nudge them to the right direction. And finally, aim to achieve the state of a deep inner peace. And when you do, as if by gravitation, people will be attracted to you. Because ultimately, what we all seek in life is the peace of mind. Miss Toastmaster.